What's up guys, it's Hubs, and in this video we're going to be evolving the new 6-star units that just came out in the last week. So that includes Fiora, Lucca, Yujeh, what are the other guys? Orna, Ardin, and Eve. Yeah, there we go. So first up is going to be my Breaker Fiora, because I'm pretty much cool with getting either Anima or Breaker of any units these days. For attacking units, and then if I get any defensive units, I'm cool with Anima or Guardian. So I mean, basically means about 50% of my summons, or half the time I get the unit, it's going to be a type that I like anyways. So yeah, I'm really good with Breaker right now. I'm just advocating Breaker Frontier, because in the future we're going to have raids, and raids are all about time and not about survivability, in my opinion. When you're endgame, when you can already clear it and you know you can clear it, it's not about surviving it, it's about clearing it faster, in my opinion. So I'm really evolving always one Anima, one Breaker of any units I get right now. So yeah, that's basically what's happening right now. And I've been summoning a lot of Breaker units, so I'm just evolving and maxing all of them as well to SBB 10. Yeah. So anyways, this guy's Lucca. Lucca is actually a really good unit. He gives 100% attack buff, so he can potentially replace Michelle and Kula. Michelle and Kula both have 115% attack, but Lucca also gives a water and earth buff, so that makes him really good. Yeah, and then Yujeh here, so she's I don't think she's a very good unit. She gives the light dark buff. She does AoE damage, but her other part of her SBB is she heals for 3 turns, which in my opinion is never really that great of a heal to have. You generally want a massive heal. Unless you try to strategize somewhere where you're using the 3-turn heal buff and like huge HC drop in effectiveness with like Zel Knight or Luli or something, so that you know you're healing like half your HP with a 3-turn heal buff and you're filling the rest of it with the HP drop. In my opinion, that's not really the best strategy to use. It's really nice to just have like a single burst healer and heal everything, and then you're good and done with it. So next up is Eve. Eve also gives earth and water elemental buff, and she gives defense by 100% for 3 turns. So she's basically similar to Bran and Zelban. She's a pretty good unit. She has really high HP as an anima. And yeah, to be honest, I don't think I'll be using her that much. Maybe in more difficult dungeons that need strictly water units, I might use her, but then if I do, I'm probably going to use Ulu for my damage mitigator. And if I use Ulu, then there's no point in bringing her because Ulu already gives the same defense buff she gives, 100% defense for 3 turns. And on top of that, well, unless I throw out Ulu for Narza, I don't see myself ever really using Eve, as, her buff benefits is already given by Ulu. Yeah. Orna, who I just evolved before this Ardin, she's a potential replacement to Lily Mama. She also gives like that BC 1 hit, but she also has an AoE SBB, so she's potentially really good. We'll have to see though. I evolved the Guardian one because I didn't get a Anima or Breaker one. With Orna, I would say probably Anima is her best type because, I mean, she needs more survivability. Yeah, because she's there to provide like BC buff, and well, she also gets a crit buff too, I think. God, it doesn't matter. Breaker, Anima, or Guardian, all good to me. And then Ardin's kind of like Fiora. He gave he gives the 30% chance to reduce enemy attack by 50%, which is, it's okay. I mean, it can be useful at times, but otherwise he's just a dark light buffer. Yeah, so I am like drowning in crystals after that Super Honor Summon event, so I just went ahead and evolved all of these units to level 100. The Fiora batch were evolved, and I didn't record it, but the Eve, Orna, and Ardin batch, yeah, just basically gonna throw some crystals and evolve them, because I am just like, my unit inventory space is totally gone. I just have way too many crystals. Yeah, I kind of hope that 500 extra unit space patch comes in soon. Like 1,000 unit space would just be amazing. It means I could stock up on crystals during SMP, and it means I can stock up on evolution material, and then I'll still have enough room to summon and do everything, with plenty of space left over. Honestly, like I think inventory space and unit space is like one of the most annoying things in games, and in a sense, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's like I'm playing a virtual game here, you know. I don't want to be restricted of having no inventory space. It's one of the most annoying things. I mean, as much as we want to make games closer to reality, honestly, no. Just give me more unit inventory space. Especially true for like RPG games that I've played games where like unit space or item space depends on like the item itself too. So a single item could take up like half your inventory space, and it's just like no. Please don't do that. And like they would solve in the games by giving you more bags, and it's like that's not realistic at all. You're just carrying more bags. So why don't you just say screw this and give me like, you know, way more inventory space than I need, because it's a virtual game and I need more space. Um, I just get really annoyed by it. But yeah, this is gonna be maxing my Ardin to level 100. Nice. My Ardin is an overachiever, I think. Almost 7,000 HP. Actually, I'm not really sure, but I think it is. But I think that is also it for now, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.